Hey guys, it's Garrett from Athletes Prehab coming to you today with a full body mobility routine. We're gonna go over everything today from the hips, back, and the ankles and have you guys feeling great at the end of this workout. Stick with me, grab some space, and let's go. Guys, we're gonna start off simple to begin with a simple supine knee to chest stretch. All right guys, we're gonna start on our back right here. I'm gonna extend my left leg out, keeping my low back flush to the floor. I will use both arms and grab at the opposite knee and pull it towards my chest. I'm not going to do this if I experience any pain. I will let up if I need to. Find a good way to stretch, not only bringing the knee up, but also feel the leg that is down, front side of it. You should be feeling the hip flexor on that side a little bit. If you're not, your back knee might not be close enough down to the ground. Okay, and if you want to make this a little bit more advanced, you guys can also just move that top leg in a circle and really open up that hip capsule a little bit. Find all of the tension that you need to release and do it from there. Same thing, opposite side. Now your range of motion might be just a tad different. Maybe it's improved, maybe it's gotten a little bit worse on this side. But hunt around for it, okay? Remember, low back flat to the ground. You'll see that leg that is close to the floor. Try to drive the back side of the knee into the ground as you're bringing the opposite knee towards your chest. And let's just focus on breathing. Maybe we can get 3 to 5 deep breaths right here. Out like you're fogging a mirror. In through your nose. Next stretch we're going to move on to is a piriformis stretch. So both knees are going to be bent. What I'll do from here is just cross one leg over, and I want to just hug that knee to my opposite shoulder. So if this is my right leg, it's towards my left shoulder, and I want to stretch out the back part of my hip and glute area. Let's take 5 breaths. And if you want to make it more difficult or a little bit more advanced, go into that figure 4 stretch. Bringing that knee toward your chest, wrapping your hands around the back leg. That'll be up to you. You'll be finding a similar stretch in the hips and glute. Great job. Let's go ahead and switch sides, switch legs. Exhale long and slow out through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. And the last one right here. Great job. All right, so now that we've worked on some parts of the hips, we're gonna go through a little mobility. All right guys, the next exercise we're gonna be doing is an assisted shin box. Hands are gonna be behind. We're going to move our legs into a 90-degree position. Both legs, 90 degrees, okay? This is also called the 90-90 if you didn't know, all right? So we're just gonna go slowly, and from behind, we're gonna bring the back leg up, chest tall, and just alternate sides of those legs, okay? Now what we can do is we can keep facing in front from the hips each time. Take a deep breath in, exhale out, and keep switching. And to make this harder, you'll just go without hands or put your hands out in front, kind of like this. Side to side with it. But if not, hands behind, or you can sit on a small, like a yoga block if you need to. Sit on one of these or a small step, maybe it's stairs, and just go back and forth in a limited range. So if you can't reach the knees down to the floor, that is okay. Side to side if you need to. Let's go for another 30 seconds. Guys, this next one is one of my favorites. It is called Child's Pose Clock, all right? So we're going to make an angled stretch, all right? And we're just gonna kind of move back and forth. And we're gonna do this for a minute, all right? So I'm gonna start down, hands and knees. Butt is gonna go back. Hands are gonna reach out. This is my regular child's pose. And from here, I'm just going to move my hands like hands on a clock. Move them over to where I feel that stretch. Take a deep breath in, exhale out, and then move over to the opposite direction. And if you can't go that far back, that's okay. Go to where you can. It's your modified down approach each time, okay? Let's go for a minute right here in 3, 2, and 1. Increasing the motion with each breath. And with each time that we're going around. How about last one each side? Focus on the breathing right here. Really try not to tense up. Try to be as relaxed as possible. Great job. Heading into our next one, we're going to be working on our toes, okay? So make sure that you're going barefoot for this one, or at least just with socks on if you can, right? What I'm gonna plan on doing is just tucking my toes underneath, right here, and just trying to sit back on them. So both, especially my big toe, and I should be feeling a big stretch occurring through with the underside of my foot. And for me, especially when I'm running, these toes can get pretty tight. And that'll affect a lot of things, especially plantar fasciitis symptoms and stuff like that. I'm just gonna move back and give you guys an option. If you need to, come up into a half kneeling stretch and then
Sit back. If you need to, just kind of rock your hips back and forth. If you're here with both, try to do the same thing. Sitting those hips back to the heels. Go for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job, guys. Next one we're gonna do is going to be a lizard stretch. So this one's for the hips and hip flexors. What I will do is come into that same position as I gave you guys with the modified position. So foot is right here. My hands are gonna be in line with it. I can either scoot it forward or back. It's gonna be up to you, okay? I want you guys to tuck or tilt the hips under. Not push too far forward, but just enough so we can feel a stretch through that back leg, through the front part of it, okay? And what I'm gonna try to do is just really relax deep into it and touch my inside forearm down to my ankle and come back up, and we'll keep doing that one for a minute. And elbow to ankle, right here. And if you can't do that, that's okay. Just keep the hands flat on the floor if you can. If it's not for you, bring the hips back slightly, go up to a tented position with the fingertips, and just try to rock forward and back. Hold on for another 15. Last one. Good. And let's switch. Switching legs in front. Oops. Opposite leg in front. And you can also use a yoga block if you have it to kind of elevate this position, which I really like. If it hurts your wrists at all, feel free to use a riser or something where your wrist isn't flat on the ground. All right, maybe it's even a fist right here. Sometimes that'll help. Remember this goal for this stretch: elbow down, inside ankle. Find that inner hip, really increasing our mobility. And again, if it's not for you, just kind of hang out here. And you can even get some hamstring activation by doing these hamstring curls from this position. It's going to be up to you though. And just breathe long.
Great job. Last stretch we're gonna do is just our wrist extensor stretch, preventing any tennis elbow, especially if you're sitting at a keyboard or doing any racket sports. This one is for you. We're gonna bring fingertips down. Hands are gonna be on the opposite side of the knuckles. We're gonna stretch out the top part of that forearm. These muscles can get very inflamed, especially if you're in that typing or wrist position for an extended period of time. And if you want something a little bit more difficult, just put both knuckles on the ground and we'll just try to turn the elbows inside like you're screwing them into the ground, just like so. I want to be up to you though. We're gonna switch hands here for our last one in 3, 2, and 1. And just breathe long and slow. And I want you feeling that top part of your forearm really stretching right here. Close your eyes. Focus on what we have to do today, our goals. You guys done a great job taking care of your bodies today. Now it's being consistent with that over time, all right? I'm Garrett from Athletes Prehab, and that was today's full body mobility routine. Guys, stick around for more, like this video, subscribe, and then join my Athletes Prehab training group on our website. 2 claps and Ric Flair. Woo! See you guys next time.